Am I in it now? So Frank, this video is for you. And what I wanted to show you is this is my solo library. This is the most valuable thing I own, which is kind of funny because it's worthless to anybody and everybody. But what's in here is my solo library, and the reason it's valuable is the amount of time I have put into these works. So here it is, and a stacks of music. And when I perform solo, I take this with me, and the music goes in here, and this goes on my stand. And what I wanted to show you, I have to dig it out, is the Kousevetski. This is an arrangement of the Kousevetski that I recently posted, as you know. And this is an arrangement for orchestra. And I performed that piece, the Valse Miniature. Hey, it says opus 1, not opus 3. Opus 1, so this is his first work. And I did this arrangement twice with orchestra. Once Walter Handel was conducting, and we did this piece with the festival strings. And then I played this with the Hermit Club Orchestra, this arrangement, Steve Eva conducting, and that was fun. He came by one time and ran through, he had the score, and my mom was on piano, and we played through it once, and there were places like where I take liberties with the tempo and the breathe on the third beat and what have you. So he marked the score, and then we rehearsed it once with the Hermit Club Orchestra. So I'm down there at the Hermit Club in Cleveland, and we do a run-through right before the performance. And I'm downstairs in this small, the basement had small ceilings, like 8-foot ceilings, carpet, and we run through it. It's a very reduced orchestra, and there's no sound. And I'm there like, oh my God, how'd I get myself into this? This is gonna suck. And we run through it, and Steve Eva, okay, let's go, time to do the show. And we go upstairs to the hall, and the hall is, it was packed. So it was packed to the rafters. And I'm sitting there like, how'd I get myself into this thing? This is going to be terrible. And it was like the second piece. So we did the overture or whatever, and then we went and did this, and I come up front to the orchestra, and they start the intro. And my first note, we're on this platform, I had sound. It's like, it was magic. And I performed this piece perfectly, but it was such a difference than being down in the basement. So in the basement, it's like, oh my God, bass player shouldn't be soloing, what am I doing? And then upstairs, I had this sound, the piece went beautifully, and the audience was very appreciative, and that was great. But I want to show you the manuscript. I have to dig it out. Hang on, bear with me. It's in here. So, like I said, this is an irreplaceable, to me, collection of music. It has my bowings, it has my markings, and I could never duplicate this. Here's the concerto I told you about. That's opus 3. So the Valse Miniature is opus 1. And I'm digging it out, hang on. You'd know it'd go this way, right? I can't find it. So let's go back to these charts. hang on there. There's a letter from Jacques Cousteau. Thais, these are the piano parts. And this might be it. So the Kousevetski Waltz is written standard for bass, but the piano part, it's written standard for bass, but you use solo strings, and what that means is you tune up a step. So the piano part is written a step higher, and whatever performance I was doing back when, this is 40 years ago, I was in school, I wasn't able to switch instruments, so I wanted to leave the strings I had and the tuning I had on the bass. So what I did is I took the piano part and I transposed it down a step. And this is what it looks like. Here, these are upside down, that's not. So this is what it looks like. And I hand wrote this, the piano part, down a step so I could play it with the regular tuning. And I thought you'd find that interesting. I've done many performances using this. I thought it had faded more. But anyhow, so that's a Kousevetski. I wrote out the whole thing, and when I was posting the waltz on YouTube, I realized that I had transposed that piano part, in like 1979 or something. So do the math. It's 2021 now, so do the math. But that was a long time ago. And that's just one of the many treasures that I have in here, but I wanted to share that with you. So that's it, basically.